so my name is Catti Alvarez-Villanueva, and you spell it C-A-T-T-I. First last name is A-L-V-A-R-E-Z. Second last name is V-I-L-L-A-N-U-E-V-A. And then I'm running for Sunnyside School Board District 5.
Perfect. My first question for you is, why are you running for the school board?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So I am a product of Sunnyside Schools. I did most of my schooling there. I have 2 children, one that is a current junior and another one that is 3-year-olds that will eventually attend Sunnyside School District. So I have a personal interest. And beyond that, Sunnyside is my home. So I'm committed to all children. I want to make sure that all of our children succeed, feel comfortable, want to go to school, because I think education is a pivotal point to make sure that students thrive and can have life-changing impact. So that is kind of the main reasons of why I'm running.
Awesome. Do you think that having a kid that's 3 years old who was about to go through the school system will give you almost like a little bit more motivation?
I think that's a good question. So yeah, my kids have massive age gaps. So my 16-year-old who is a junior, and then my 3-year-old. So I had my first when I was a teenager, got pregnant when I was 17, gave birth at 18, and so life was a little different there. So it was oftentimes like a baby's raising a baby, and so there was a lot of like learning curves that me and my husband had. And so with my youngest, I feel more prepared, more ready to like get him kinder ready, get him ready for school than I did with my oldest. So I'm getting to see it at a new lens, I think, in 2 very different points of my life. Not that I wasn't as invested as a young mom, I definitely was, but I didn't know how to engage with the system. And now I feel like I know how to be an advocate for my child, not just my son, but also a lot of other children as well. And so I think that's definitely an important part in something like different life experiences that I have as well.
Awesome. So what experiences do you have that you think will make you stand out to other candidates?
That's a great question. And so, I mean, I talked a little bit about it already. I was a teen mom, but also beyond that, like education was life-changing for me. So I graduated high school. Right after graduation, I started at a 2-year community college and then went to a 4-year university and then finished my master's degree. So by the time I was 24, I had my master's degree. I was very much motivated by being a young mom, and I got to see firsthand how education changed that for me. And so I really do believe the K-12 system is a pivotal part in children's learning. So I believe I bring that unique perspective as well. I think the second part of that question is all of my experience is related to higher education or K-12 systems. So if you look at my resume from the last 10 years, I've been a director, an assistant state director. Like, I have a lot of practical skills and knowledge around, K-12 systems and how we can help them make an impact.
Awesome. My last question for you is going to be, what changes would you make if you were elected?
I think that's a good question. I think there's a lot of changes not a lot of changes that I would make right away, but things that I'm considering. I think one of the biggest things is we need to have community input. So first we need to talk to community. By community, we're talking about the people of Sunnyside as well as the teachers, the educators, and the students of Sunnyside, and what things that they would like to see change or shifted in order to make a better Sunnyside school district. I think another thing that I'm really excited about is the dual bilingual program, and the impacts that will have not only for monolingual Spanish speakers, but as well as monolingual English speakers, because I think there's a twofold on both ways. So for me as a Spanish speaking person, I don't know how to read and write in Spanish because that wasn't something that we taught in our household. But if we have a dual language, or when we have a dual language program, that's going to be something that Spanish speaking students learn from the very beginning, and that definitely will help with like keeping your culture, keeping your identity, etc. And for English students that are learning Spanish, we live in a valley where it's kind of not a requirement, but it's definitely a bonus if you can speak both languages. And I think offering that early on is going to be really pivotal.
Awesome. I have no more questions for you. Is there anything that I didn't ask you about that you wanted to speak on or elaborate about?
Yeah, I think I think for me, I'm just really ready. I feel like I'm ready to be on the school board. I feel like I have a lot of relevant experience. I'm coming from the heart. I feel like I've always been a transparent person. So I'm hoping that I get people's votes come November 4th.